Marjorie Taylor Greene got kicked out of the Republican Party in MAGA earlier this year for going against Trump on the Epstein files. She wants full disclosure. Trump wants no disclosure. She spoke up about it. She got kicked out of MAGA. I mean, going back 5 years, she was the most ardent Trump supporter, and now she's out of the party. She did CNN and MSNBC, which all just, you couldn't have believed that 5 years ago. And now she's even started her own YouTube channel. I just noticed it this morning. I don't know how long it's been out, but it does seem pretty new. It doesn't have a lot of views. So it just starts with her doing a little biography type thing. Let's see what she's got to say.
You want to know what I really think about the MAGA movement I spent years defending?
What do you think, Marjorie?
I think people are realizing it was all a lie. It was a big lie for the people.
It was all a lie? You don't say. You don't say, Marge. Crazy.
And before you click away thinking this is some hit piece or that I've lost my mind, let me tell you exactly what happened when I sat down with Kim Iverson and said those words that are now exploding across the internet. Because what I'm about to tell you isn't just about Trump or MAGA. It's about the biggest political con job of our lifetime.
Is it MAGA or MAGA? I always thought it was MAGA. Anyway.
And how I went from being Trump's biggest defender in Congress to calling out the whole damn system. I spent 5 years in Congress, 5 years fighting for what I thought was America first, 5 years defending a man I believed would drain the swamp, bring our troops home, and put American families before foreign countries and corporate donors. And you know what I discovered?
That he didn't do any of those things, not one.
Swamp never got drained. It just put on a red hat. When Kim Iverson...
Swamp never got drained. It put on a red hat. You know, Marjorie Taylor Greene is still a hateful, racist person, but there's a lot of times in life where the enemy of your enemies are your friends, and this is one of the situations here.
Asked me what happened to MAGA, why Trump gets in office, and all he talks about is other countries, Canada, Greenland, Iran, Venezuela, Cuba, Mexico. I had to be honest. This isn't what we voted for. This isn't what millions of Americans thought they were getting when they put that ballot in the box. What MAGA is really serving in this administration, who they're serving, is their big donors, the big donors that donated all the money and continue to.
True, Marge. Wow. I don't understand why you're just speaking up on that now.
Donate to the president's PACs and donate to that $250 million ballroom he's building. Let me break this down for you because the media won't. Those donors, those are the people that get the special favors. They get the government contracts, they get the pardons, or somebody they love or one of their friends gets a pardon.
We've always known this. We've always known this, Marge.
It's not about you. It's not about your family struggling to pay rent. It's not about your kids who will never be able to afford a house. It's not about Americans drowning in medical debt or watching their jobs disappear to AI and automation. And people always want to make excuses. Oh, it's his staff. They want to blame everyone around him. But there comes a point where people have to come to grips with this. This is Donald Trump. He's pretty hard to tell what to do. Anybody that knows President Trump knows you can't.
Oh, it's his staff. Who hired the staff?
Can't push him around. You can't tell him what to do. So when I see him prioritizing Israel's wars over Minnesota's civil unrest, when I see American tax dollars flowing to foreign countries while American families can't afford groceries, when I see government contracts going to the same corporate cronies who write the biggest checks, that's a choice. That's his choice. I remember when Trump called me, this was back when the Epstein files were becoming an issue. He told me straight up, my friends will get hurt, not let's get justice for the victims.
I don't know, it's just, what I'm confused by is like the donor thing. Like, you didn't know about that before like the Epstein thing? Like, you're just finding out about it right now? I'm very confused about that particular point.
Not let's expose the truth. My friends will get hurt. And when J.D. Vance was asked about it, his response was, we'll look into it. Look into it. We had legislation ready to go. We had the power to release every single document, every single photo, every single piece of evidence about the most powerful pedophile ring in modern history. And the response was, we'll look into it. That's when I started realizing what this really was. MAGA became MAGA, Make Israel Great Again, or MVGA, Make Venezuela Great Again.
Gosh, she's so MAGA, dude. Those sayings are not things. Make Venezuela great again. That's not a thing, dude. Shut the hell up.
Or whatever other country Donald Trump decided was the priority that week. But it sure as hell wasn't Make America Great Again. Not when American families are drowning and we're spending billions on foreign military operations that benefit oil companies and defense companies.
So I think that's the other thing that made MTG so mad at Trump, It was first the Epstein files. Like, why are you not releasing the files? She still doesn't think that Trump's implicated. It's the money that we've been spending overseas, like the bombing of Venezuela. We did that for Israel. I'm sorry, the bombing of Iran. We did that for Israel, and then capturing Maduro, and then just there's a lot more actions than that. I think we did some bombings in Syria and Nigeria. The boat bombings, like we've spent a lot on military so far, and it's only going to get worse.
Tractors. The media keeps asking me why I turned on Trump. I didn't turn on Trump. Trump turned on the movement that elected him. He turned on the people who believed him when he said America first. He turned on the working families who thought they finally had someone who understood their struggles. When you realize that the person you've been defending for 5 years cares more about his billionaire donors than the people who put him in office, what are you supposed to do? Keep lying? I've taken more death threats than I can count. 773 documented threats just to the Capitol Police, and that's not counting the local ones. I've had pipe bombs left at my house. My son has been targeted with the same. Marjorie.
Do you think the Capitol Police give a shit about your death threats, Marge? They don't care, dude. They don't care. Think about all the death threats that you caused on the Capitol Police because of your rhetoric. Doesn't feel good, does it? It sucks, actually. Now that the shoe's on the other foot, you bounced and ran.
Taylor Greene language that Trump uses. And you know what? I kept fighting because I believed we were fighting for something real. But when I see Trump attacking Thomas Massie, a man
You didn't keep fighting. You quit. You're not in Congress anymore.
who votes with the president 91% of the time, just because Massie won't vote to protect Epstein's friends or send American tax dollars to fund foreign wars, that tells you everything you need to know. Massie's wife voted for Trump 3 times. 3 times. And Trump calls her a radical left flamethrower because she asked when we're getting the rest of the Epstein files. That's not America first. That's covering for the swamp. And all the weak Republicans in the House, they stay silent. They refuse to utter even a word of support for their friend Thomas Massie. Shame on every one of you. Cowards, you make me sick. You'll bend over backward to protect corporate interests and...
Bro. Bro. That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
...and governments, but you won't stand up for a colleague who's fighting for transparency and accountability. This is what really gets me. And the foreign countries are running the show now. It's the major big corporations and what's best for the world. You know, that's really what MAGA is. We're seeing war on behalf of Israel. We're seeing innocent people in Gaza murdered so that real estate developers can move in and everybody can get rich off the new developments. And we're seeing a whole plan play out, which is really a new world order. It's a new way of doing business. And it's kind of like that Scooby-Doo meme where they pull the mask off the bad guy, except the bad guy turned out to be the person we thought was the good guy. You want to know what else pisses me off? Fox News. The same
Fox News? You know what else pisses me off is Fox News? Oh, I'm so glad I decided to watch this. This is fire, dude.
network that had me on as a regular guest that amplified my voice when I was defending Trump. They're part of the problem too. People watching Fox News every day, 24/7, with their volume turned all the way up in their living room so loud you can't hear anything else.
True. Fox News is one of the biggest parts of the problem that is Donald Trump. Like there's people that watch CNN, right? They just, it's on in the background. We kind of like take a look at it, maybe read the text on the bottom. It's kind of whatever. Fox News is like a religion for my boomer parents. They're in their 80s. If Fox News isn't on, then Fox Business is on. It's crazy over there. Fox News, wow. That is a drug for old people. And they're getting called out for it. I love it.
Those are the baby boomers, and God bless them. Those are my parents' generation. I love so many of the baby boomers, but they are the most brainwashed generation because they eat that crap like they just eat it up all day long. They're spoon-fed propaganda on TV, but they don't have much longer, and I don't know how the political industrial complex...
I can't, dude. The whole Fox News bit that she just did is the best thing. Oh, wow, Marge. Oh, even though you're a racist piece of shit, that was good. That was good.
is going to continue to brainwash Americans because we're just not brainwashed anymore. My generation, Gen X, and especially my kids' generation, we see through this. We see the game. We see how both parties use us election cycle after election cycle to elect whichever side can convince Americans to hate the other side more. And the results are always the same. Nothing changes for working families. Nothing changes for the middle class. The rich get richer, the powerful get more powerful, and American families get left behind. I care about America. I care about our problems. I care about the fact that my kids, who are Gen Z, will never be able to afford life. That whole generation probably won't be able to buy a house. They can't afford health.
That's true. I'm 40. My girlfriend is 39. We both make pretty good money, and we live in San Diego, and there's no way we're buying a house. Absolutely not happening. That's a bummer, dude. I definitely thought for sure at 40, when I was making $100,000 a year, that I'd be able to buy a house. That ain't happening right now, unfortunately. Healthcare, don't even get me started.
Insurance. They can't afford car insurance. Most of their jobs are going to be replaced by AI. And instead of addressing any of that, instead of focusing on the domestic crisis that's destroying American families, we're talking about regime change in Venezuela and building military bases in foreign countries. This isn't what we voted for. When Trump ran in 2016, he said we were going to stop being the world's policeman. He said we were going to bring our troops home. He said we were going to focus on America's problems instead of foreign countries' problems. America first, that's what he promised. But America first turned into Israel first, Ukraine first, Venezuela first, wherever the highest bidder wants us to go first. And here's the thing that really burns me up. When I announced my resignation from Congress, when I said I was done with this broken system, people asked me if I was giving up on politics. Hell no, I'm not giving up. I'm just done pretending that you can vote your way out of this. I'm done pretending that either party gives a damn about working Americans, the political industrial complex. And yes, that includes Republicans and Democrats. They're both part of the same corrupt system that thrives on division and hatred while serving corporate and foreign interests. The question isn't whether I turned on Trump. The question is whether Trump turned on the Americans who believed in him. And I think the answer is pretty clear. When your biggest supporters are calling you out for abandoning your promises, when the people who defended you through everything finally say enough is enough, maybe it's time to look in the mirror. I said MAGA was all a lie, and I meant every word. Not because I wanted to hurt Trump or because I'm bitter about losing his endorsement. I said it because it's the truth, and sometimes the truth hurts. But American families deserve better than lies, even if those lies come wrapped in a red hat and a campaign slogan. The real tragedy isn't that MAGA was a lie. The real tragedy is how many good people believed it was real.
Wow. Wow. Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's said some very, interesting and provocative stuff on CNN and some other, bigger podcasts like Bill Maher and stuff. But the way I'm seeing it is that she just recently started a YouTube channel, and that's her first release. And boy, I'm pretty sure we just found some news right there. She's saying that MAGA is all a MAGA. Is just a lie, which we already knew that. Is that MAGA is just serving the interests of the big donors, which is true, and that Trump ain't here for the people, man. He's here for the big donors. Everything Marjorie Taylor Greene said right there was just true. It was just true. Even when she was disparaging Democrats, she was on the right path of implicating Democrats in the complicity of big donors. But yeah, that was quite an interview from Marjorie Taylor Greene. It'll be interesting to see her arc and how her story plays out moving forward. So that's all I got for you guys today. Please like, share, subscribe, and I like to keep this channel alive, keep things moving, and bring you guys the news and more interesting stuff. Take it easy.